Before we get into this video, y'all, I need your help with letting me know what we should name her. I'm getting like the name Francine or something. I'm thinking about like, the nanny. I think there was like in the 90s the sitcom The Nanny. I'm thinking just like Fran or something. Let me know. But hey girl. Oh, my beautiful Taurus, how are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly you versus them reading. When it comes to these types of readings, Taurus, this is just some food for thought, something for you to think about, right? So keep that in mind throughout this reading. I'm not here to speak for anybody necessarily. I'm just here to relay a message that I'm seeing through tarot. If you find some cards that resonate with you in this message, Taurus, let me know in the comments below and how it resonates with you. And also, I would love for you to give this video a like and subscribe to us if you find this video helpful in any type of way, because it does help out my channel a lot, and I always am super appreciative when you guys take the time to do that for me. But yeah, Taurus, let's just start getting into this energy, and we're going to just start pulling some cards. Pull a card, start out this reading with a card on your side, a card on their side, and a card for the energy between you guys. And then we'll just allow tarot to just take us where it needs to take us, Taurus, right? So the energy that we have going on your side of things, Taurus, is the Five of Earth. So this is definitely an energy of where it feels almost as if you're maybe feeling like left out in the cold in some type of way, Taurus, or you're just feeling unsure about this connection, a little bit anxious, a little bit in your head when it comes to this connection. Their side of things, they have the Page of Water. So on their side of things, Taurus, this could be one of two ways. You could be taking this as a way of, because like this card says, like a new person entering their life. I mean, this could be you, depending on how long this energy has been going on for, Taurus. Obviously, you would know. Or this could be talking about a new person where their energy is focused on some other person. Could be talking about, even just like an event as well. It doesn't have to be a person, whatever. It's just some type of like, it's that third party energy, but that third party doesn't necessarily have to be like a human, if that makes sense. It could be like they're dealing with some type of other issue that's taking their attention away from this connection, right? And maybe that's why. Maybe you've been dealing with a little bit of radio silence from them, Taurus, and that would be why you might feel a little bit left out in the cold, a little bit abandoned perhaps, and just feeling overall a little bit anxious about the connection. And the energy between y'all two is the King of Fire. So you look at this card in of itself, Taurus, and the card itself is talking about communicating. I think the first thing that Spirit's really wanting to get through to you, Taurus, when it comes to this connection is, I mean, well, granted you're in this video, right, receiving this reading, but, rather than trying to get the perspective of figuring out what's going on with them through a you versus them reading, Taurus, why don't you just start communicating what it is that you're feeling even? You don't even have to say what you're feeling anxious about, but you could just be saying, it's just like, hey, like, just checking up on you here, like, what have you. But when you have this King of Fire's energy between y'all two, it just feels like, open up, talk about what it is that you're going through. If you want this situation to go in any type of way, whether it's in regards to love or work or what have you, and that's my cat going crazy right now, set the example, right? The King of Fire talks about setting that example. The King of Fire is the card that, when he communicates with a vision, with a game plan. So think about that. Think about how you could set the example when it comes to this connection. How do you want this to turn out, Taurus? And then have your actions take you to there, right? Set the example. If you want more respect in this situation, Taurus, start treating them with respect, and also communicate that you want to be respected in a certain type of way, right? But enough of that spiel, Taurus. Let's start getting some clarifiers for this, right? So we get a little bit of how you're feeling, but let's get a little bit more clarification as to why you might be feeling a little bit left out in the cold. The clarifiers that we're pulling for you right now, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, and then the Seven of Wands. It feels like almost as if you're, Taurus, it feels like you feel as if you're carrying this situation, you're carrying this relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, Taurus. It feels like you're the one this is kind of letting me know that you feel like you're putting in all the effort or all the energy towards when it comes to this connection. And so maybe even when I probably even suggested to you towards of setting the example, maybe for some of you, you might have even snapped through the screen and you're just like, hey, I mean, saying like I have been like, and they're just not being receptive, right? Maybe I triggered something in you when I talk about this King of Fire for you, Taurus. So definitely let me know if I'm right in that regard. But yeah, for this, it seems like you feel like you're putting in all the work, all the energy towards this, and you very well could be, right? I don't know your situation, but you know, maybe that's what's causing this hesitation, because maybe for some of you Tauruses, you're just like, man, like, put all this effort into it, right, with this situation, and it's not panning out in the way that you would hope, right? The Ten of Cups talks about like just talking about like the family life, right? So maybe it feels like you've been putting all the emotion in coming to this situation, right? The Wheel of Fortune feels like you're the like almost as if like you have tried to not call the shots when it comes to this connection, but almost like you've tried to have it go somewhere. You've tried to have like the what are we kind of conversation, right? You've tried to have those kind of talks and it just hasn't worked out. It feels, right? With the Seven of Wands, it just feels like this is where I was talking about heavily of where it just feels like you're the only one doing anything, and it feels like all like maybe even feels like a bunch of energy is just against you, right? Maybe like you and they're like fighting. Maybe you might feel as if they're even resisting this connection as well. Ace of Wands energy as well in the back of the deck. So yeah, it just feels like it seems as if you feel like you've already put in all the effort possible that you can put into the situation. So you're kind of, dare I say, you're kind of ready to wash your hands clean of it, Taurus. But let's see what's going on with them with this Page of Water, because I know for a lot of you Tauruses, especially if you heard me at the beginning, and the implications this might have, you're kind of interested in hearing about the what the tea is with that, and I am as well. So let's see. We have the Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and then the Devil. So, okay, good sign at least in one way, Taurus. To me, this is looking like a situation where this third-party energy that I was talking about, something that probably pretty recently came into their lives again. This doesn't feel like a long, consistent thing that they have been dealing with. It came into their lives, Taurus, and it just caught them off guard, and it's a lot it's like taking all their like mental power or all their attention, it seems. So maybe that's why like they haven't given anything to you. I mean, just a thought, right? Taurus. Seven of Swords talks about where it's just like them trying to manage everything, trying to juggle everything, and not being really successful with it, right? I always say when it comes to this card, the Seven of Swords, Taurus, this is the card of like when you only want to make one trip back in the car to the house with groceries, and you end up dropping some groceries over here, right? Because you try to carry too much. And when it's connected with that Page of Water, that's how they feel about this energy that they're, this new energy that's coming to it, right? The Devil card kind of shows how they identify the situation, that thing coming into their life, right? It's a lot for them to manage because they kind of view this as like a burden. They kind of are like frustrated with this energy, or they kind of see this as something, Taurus, that they need to work through. And again, because it seems to be with this Ten of Pentacles as well, where it speaks of like that stable, like that extreme stable home life energy, it's impeding it or affecting it in some type of way. So that very easily, if Taurus, if that's their story, I can kind of understand why they might be a little bit radio silent when it comes to this connection. Not excusing their behaviors, but I can understand it, right? And maybe that's even just the goal, Taurus, and not internalizing what's going on with them this week, and just realize what they're dealing with. Three of Cups comes in. They still want this connection though. This is like they still want to share this cup with you and have maybe after they deal with this situation, Taurus, then they're able to just like reflect on it with you and be like, man, like I was just dealing with such and such, man, like you wouldn't even believe, right? But this Four of Pentacles lets me know like it was a little bit of a waiting game. It does seem to be like this does imply good investments when it comes to this connection as well, Taurus. So keep that all in mind. But let's start pulling some clarifiers for this King of Fire coming in for this. situation, Taurus. Very interesting though. Y'all will definitely have to let me know like how long the situation has been going on between you two, because this seems like a situation that's for you to be at this point kind of like fed up. So the energy, or the clarifiers rather, for your King of Fire, Taurus, we have the Nine of Cups coming in with the Two of Cups with the World card. So this is beautiful. If I can hold him, this is beautiful energy to have as the energy between y'all two with this King of Fire. You know, setting that example, communicating that you want to share your world with one another. You want to be able to share your cup with them, right? Letting you know, like speaking and communicating what it is that you need to communicate so you can exude this Nine of Cups energy of like that self-peace and just not feeling that anxiety anymore. But it's required for you to talk about it, to have that world effect where you're having a change of perspective about everything, right? It's almost as if once you're aware of like what's going on with them, Taurus, then like, and you're no longer internalizing it, that's when the entire game changes for you. So, and that's when you're able to just be at that happiness, and you wouldn't mind exuding maybe a little bit more temperance energy when it comes to this connection, because you know at the long run you're going to share your cup with them in whatever capacity, right? So really good energy for those clarifiers, Taurus. I do feel inclined to pull some oracle cards for this. So I'm gonna pull, yeah, we're gonna just pull 3 oracle cards, 1 for each side again, just like what we've been doing, Taurus. We have for you, well actually let me pull these cards first, Taurus, before I get into it. We have on your side of things, Taurus, number 13, the cat spirit. So write down 13 and 4 for numerology. Taurus, to look up later. Claim your independence. So I feel like this is kind of like the goal is for you to realize, to just not internalize what's going on here so you can go back to focusing on yourself and allow the situation to come when it's ready to come to you, right? But realize that you don't need to do anything more. Stop, like, yeah, maybe you feel like you've been carrying this situation in this relationship or whatever capacity, Taurus, but this is kind of a sign that you don't have to. On their side of things, Taurus, they have the eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. So this is, again, they're going through some type of spiritual situation or some type of lesson, Taurus. Maybe like, you know, maybe like a bad relationship with an ex is starting to come through or something, and they just have to deal with that and complete that cycle, because 10s do talk about completions of cycles, and they did get that 10 of Pentacles, remember. And then the energy between y'all two, we have the badger spirit, and 4 comes in again, so really truly write down 4 for numerology, Taurus. This card says be fearless and bold, which is kind of like the same kind of energy message as the King of Fire as well, when it's like be fearless and bold when it comes to communication. So yeah, Taurus, that's the cards that I have for you. Let me know what happens in this connection. I would appreciate it for you to give this video a like and subscribe, and then share this video with a friend that you think might enjoy these messages. But until next time, Taurus, I love you so much. Bye.